Alrighty, it is currently 12:48 p.m. P.O.C. was group stalking this morning with Center for Better Life, with LAPD, with Carla Lopez, that is group stalking with what you saw her doing was crossing path, walking out toward her vehicle, which is group stalking under the fake sun that's at the same property. What you saw was she was standing on this side of the parking lot while I was standing on the opposite side of the same parking lot over there, and the fake sun, which in the morning during the 8 o'clock hour is in alignment with my face here. During the entity keeps a fake sun over me all day long, no matter where I go, and during the end of for the rest of the day, the entity rises to the top of my head and remains at the top of my head with a fake sun, no matter whether I stay at one address all day long or whether I go somewhere where the entity is stalking en route to, which is the UPS store, a documented group stalker, and the entity is keeping the fake sun right here above me. Okay, and this is prosecution of speaker companies, who is acting via Carla Lopez, who is at the same location at 8 o'clock in the morning, engaging in surveillance with LA County, with the people of the state that live here. This is workplace terrorism, while literally the residents of the community are group stalking with the employees of the property management company that I am employed by, acting with the state that is group stalking in helicopters. That's a massive prosecution for civil recovery from the people of the state, specifically speaker companies. And you know that conclusively beyond a reasonable doubt, because the natural environment will never consist of the sun being present over this building. As you saw a demon opening and closing his doors, and then his trunk, which creates light activity. He's just going from his trunk to his doors, from his doors to his trunk, and then he walks into his little shed over here. He's monitoring. While the fake sun you see beaming over in alignment with me, this is during the 8 o'clock hour, it's still in alignment with me at the top of my head, and I'm standing at this is the same building. I was just standing there, right here at this parking lot at building 1800, where you saw the fake sun through the window, that window of building 1800, and through the window of the Lexus belonging to Carol Lee. This is the pattern of conduct that the entity is engaging in. 12:50. Let's count the hours together. First of all, there's no sun over building 1806, which is my apartment. You can see it right over me, which is how you know that everybody at Alvarado Gardens is indeed a group stalker, and they're a demon-possessed population engaging in surveillance by living in relevant position. You go to federal prison for that. The federal government will not tolerate this level of corruption with the government amongst the population. In addition to that, the entity is doing so while I am not inside of my apartment, and this is where the entity is keeping the fake sun, for example, Saturday and Sunday when I don't go anywhere. And where's the fake sun? Right over my apartment building. Never mind this demon. This is unfortunately a demon that's operating over a person, and they enjoy negative attention while obsessive. They're showing their obsession is being satiated while she's crossing path. So and this is to her own demise. The entity engages in group stalking with Center for Better Life, as you saw, under the fake sun that was still at the same property, and engineer light moved across that apartment building. The entity engages in that conduct, which is obvious and repeatedly committed, because the entity wants to also be a distraction like P.O.C. right now, where you can see the fake sun windshield of this vehicle, and this is not where it will remain. The sun will not remain over my leasing office. Contrary to what I'm documenting, as I walk in and out of my office on this property, staying here, going to my apartment, back to the leasing office, and it stays here over this same apartment building. As you can see, the shadow of the palm trees. All of this is already on video, and so as you're literally listening to my voice, you will look at everything that I'm pointing out, the details that I'm pointing out, and you will observe it with with your own eyes. What is the scientific impossibility that the sun is going to be over the UPS store? It's not the sun, it's not the natural environment, it's a light source speaking to what is state surveillance, and it is demonic activity that's practiced by government, who are keeping me under surveillance. The communication device in my vehicle, which is operating from my phone, I remain subject to Title 18 criminal activity, and the entity is maintaining engineer light such as this is the shadow of my hand appearing inside of my car. Remember, it's not sunlight, it's not a natural reflection, it's engineered light, because this isn't even the sun. Remember, the light source is remaining over me while I am at Target today, documenting the fake sun while I'm here, showing the demon possession, the demonic activity by smart janitorial at Alvarado Gardens in Los Angeles, but yet the so-called sun is in this position over me at Target in Rancho Cucamonga. I then go to the Montclair Plaza Mall, which at 1:02 p.m. precisely, this fake sun will be in the same position over the top of my head, and not the natural environment, such that the sun would be in this zenith position over normal people that are at the Montclair Plaza Mall, as opposed to being a light source that's maintaining uniform position over me. And when you're juxtaposing it to an entirely distinct address and location, which would not consist of the sun having that position over me at both addresses at the same time, you're only able to capture that phenomenon when you document it. So you can do a document on one day, Go to Los Angeles, document another day, stay at the Montclair Plaza Mall, sitting at where the food court is. And the sun is not going to be the sun. The natural environment does not consist of that. Oh, but the engineered environment, where demons are keeping you under surveillance, where Satan is already engaging in what is maintaining a system of surveillance in the United States, okay, unbeknownst to many American citizens, and it is demonic activity. It is demon possession made manifest. So this entity is engaging. It's 12:53 p.m. This is documenting what is impunity by a population, and so you're talking about a multiplicity of faces. So big picture, all the people in the state that live at Alvarado Gardens, you're talking about the same pattern of conduct amongst the entire state. I'm going on the streets, on the freeways, on the roads and the highways, and the entire population is indeed the same condition, engaging in surveillance, knowledge of who I am, and the demons that are on them know who I am. That's what inspires their demonic behavioral patterns, the ability to stalk with audible activity, the ability to mimic with simultaneity what I do as I do it, including on a communication device. It is demonic activity. Demon possession is the animus behind the demonic behavioral pattern, and that demonic environment is also surrounding the entity that's engaged in federal group stalking and monitoring, which is a crime. No religious right. Okay? It is currently 12:54 p.m. This is P.O.C.